The other day I was scrolling through TikTok, right, and I came across this video.
So how I got it right, I only trade one day now, Monday, because my strategy has 100% on Mondays.
Now after watching the video, I had a little bit of flashbacks and I thought to myself,
but you're saying your signals are 99% accurate, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
you've got a strategy that is 100% and it works on a Monday. So I decided to scroll through to understand, kind of what else this whole Top Trader podcast was about. And I also came across this video.
I'm talking to some guys from Cape Town that are building a hedge fund, so they want to purchase my strategy.
And I said to myself, okay, then there has to be something perfect about what you are selling or what you are presenting to the people. If you've got 100% success rate on a Monday, and regardless of whether it's a holiday or not, and somebody wants to purchase your strategy that you have, then clearly there has to be a lot of success with it. So I decided to investigate the situation, but then I realized that I received information about this same trader earlier last week of somebody who got scammed. And then I kind of had to question, how do you scam somebody with a strategy that works 100%? And you're going on a Top Trader podcast to tell people about somebody that wants to purchase the product, but the strategy only works on a podcast, or does the strategy only work for you? So the client basically reached out and said that they've been scammed. Now the client orchestrated this post that they've done very beautifully. Now to give you guys like the before we go through the information. So basically what happened is that a group of people signed up to her because of what she said on the Top Trader podcast, that she's got a strategy that works 100% of the time on a Monday. Now, I also know somebody who's got a 99% success rate, but I'm not going to talk about that person in this video, right? Because it's not about them. So basically what had happened, the client purchased the information or the strategy from Yanda Swings that was supposed to promise them the 100% strategy on a Monday, right? And kind of, so this is what happened, right? I think the conversation in the way we've had it or the way we've experienced it is kind of, back to forward. But in any case, the client reads out to her to say that, I would like to purchase, the product that you are selling, right? And basically what happened is, the client was like, it's cool. And then she got into the group. Now, what happened was things weren't exactly as the people thought it would be. And here are some screenshots of the conversation, right? So the client basically had expectations when she got into the group, right? So after going back and forth with Yanda Swings in the group, because Yanda was supposed to have classes and share this entire strategy that is supposed to change people's lives, Yanda came out and she said, "Hi everyone, I completely understand your frustrations and some of your experiencing. Trading is not easy and strategies can feel confusing at times. That being said, I also see others having success with the strategy, which tells me it's more about application and consistency than the strategy itself." So how do you go onto a podcast and say that you've got a strategy that works 100%, but when the strategy needs to be applied by some people, then all of a sudden it doesn't have the 100% success anymore? Any case, so she offers either a one-on-one session to these people that was supposed to get some help, or she was going to have a strategy checkpoint document where she prepare a simple summary to make sure, like a playbook, to make sure that you check all the points to ensure that you follow the rules of the strategy. And then she says, trading is a journey. Not every trade will be a winner. Unless, of course, you take it on a Monday, I would assume, because according to her own words, the strategy that she has works on a Monday. So the first client reaches out. He says that, I think the best way to end the confusion with everyone is if you do a live trading, maybe twice or 3 times a week, so that we see how you execute and what market conditions you use. certain algorithms and make it easier for a confused person to ask questions on the spot, get the feedback, wait to, based on what they see. And he says also having a Discord channel would be great where all your students are in one channel, no matter the experience. Now, before I continue, I do want to say something on that point, right? The one thing you guys must learn, and this is not me taking punches at Top Trader at all, but 80%, almost 80% of the traders who appear on the Top Trader podcast, they have a dilemma and they've got a story to tell about the success that they have in the Forex trading industry. But when it gets put to the test, the results always turn out the way this one is going to. So after Yanda promised these people, don't worry, I will look after you. That's not a problem. And some people then said that I think that would have been a good idea, and that's good. Then Yanda was like, whoa, I actually changed my mind. I will think about doing it. So first she said that's it. So she wants to help people with the one-on-one sessions to understand the strategy a little bit better. And then she probably thought to herself, you know what, I actually changed my mind, guys. I will think about it and I will let you know. Now, the problem I have with thinking about it is that people have already paid for the services, so it's your job to ensure that people get exactly what it is that they are paying for. But in any case, Unako comes out. He says, nobody concluded that your concepts don't work. We've just been taking losses. We just wanted clarification since we've only had one live session. And every time someone brings up a problem they're experiencing with your strategy, it doesn't mean they're attacking you. Nobody concluded that your concepts do not work, which is a fair point that he's trying to bring across. It's more of a concern than an actual product that doesn't work, right? But the fact that she says, I need to think about it is kind of weird. And the October the 8th, the client reaches out and says that, good day, is there any update? And another client reaches out, says that, can we please get an update about this solution, which was raised by somebody, because it has been 5 days now. It's been more than 3 months into your mentorship for some of us, yet we are still struggling to even make 8K per month. We are confused on which setups we must execute on, which pairs, and how long we must hold the trades on. The student once asked for the risk management PDF you promised us that we're going to send, and we waited, but nothing. Now, again, guys, you know what? This kind of, this again opens up the conversation that I've had on that live yesterday, right? About these mentorships that these people are selling on social media. It once again reminds me of investment services and account management, right? Nobody makes success. Nobody attains any success off of the things that these guys are referring to or talking about on social media. I think they're just there to promote it themselves, right? So another guy comes out and he says that he says that, hi guys, I believe Yanda discovered that the strategy works, and I believe it does, but it's also complicated, right? He says that I also thought there's something wrong with me, or maybe I'm slow to understand, but your comments above have set me free. In the beginning, I thought I was following nicely, but I ended up getting confused upon hearing new aspects such as a 315, 15, 15, and so on. I don't know what that means. My confidence took a knock up until I saw your comments. Thank you for speaking out, right? So people were saying, okay, cool, there's some light at the end of the tunnel, right? And then somebody screenshotted, said that I have reached out to, I'm also experiencing the same. I don't even want to mention the false advertisement on the mentorship packages. And then people started calling out obviously for misleading, right? Now, somebody did reach out to her and say they were going to file a complaint against with the FSCA, as you guys can see there, with the FSCA. And her response was, please go on with the FSCA. I won't allow the disrespect. Now, I find this very disrespectful on 2 counts. Number one, it is the same thing that I've spoken to you guys about, right? If this was in UK, the law would have taken its course already. Imagine telling somebody, go and report me to the FSCA because I know nothing is going to. So it's almost like I know nothing is going to happen to me. That is the disrespect that C is trying to refer to, because you are disrespecting somebody by telling them report me to the FSCA just because I'm not delivering on what I said I was going to do. I'm telling you to go and do what you say you want to do. That is why I say the FCA really needs to step up their game, and when it comes to their exposure in the market, because if somebody can say go to the FCA, yeah, I won't allow this, then that just means it just tells you that they're not scared, right? But then the conversation the client says I will do it. So basically what had happened here, right? So they went back and forth with Yanda, right? And the whole conclusion was for her to basically help them out, and that they've waited for 3 months. So within that period, nothing happened, and I will bring up the rest of the conversation for you guys so that you can read it over here, right? The moral of the story is that, right, we've been in a situation like this before with another trader who said he's got a 99% success rate, right? Nothing came from that. When I heard this lady say that she's got a 100% success rate on TikTok, I knew I had to pause, because I do not believe that you get 100% success. There's no such thing in this aggressive, non-giving a fuck markets. This markets will never let anybody walk away with 100% success rate. Unfortunately, people tend to believe what they see on social media, and it's unfortunate that 12 people in this group had to suffer by somebody who took their money and then later on decided to not deliver on the expectation. Right, guys? That is it from my side. Thank you for your time, and as always, cheers for years.